Well, another lonely night of watching anime in my room. I wonder what I'm gonna do in life in the future. I mean, I already am 15. Maybe I should get a job and start saving up money instead of spending it all on anime figures and video games. Is it even worth living through? Do we have any meaning of what we do in life? Or are we just mindlessly wandering through life until our body gives out on us? What happens after we feel the cold embrace of death? Do we live on to an afterlife? Or is it just complete darkness until we have forgotten our past lives and become reincarnated into a new one, where we have to go through the same painful cycle all over again? Wait. What day is it? It's Halloween! Hello?
Hello, Laney. I want to play a game.
Well, you may not know this about me, but October is actually my favorite time of the year. Mostly just because of Halloween. But I do enjoy fall quite a lot, and it's happened to become my favorite season over time. And I thought, what better way to celebrate the Festival of Fear than to read fan fictions about horror icons and creepypastas. I'm not joking, this is what we're doing today. You know, I would have rather done horror-themed Flash games since Flash is going to be discontinued soon, but OBS didn't want to work with me. So I said, fuck it, let's just read horror-themed fan fictions instead. And here we are. But you know what? I should be fine. I mean, I have my Orin, I have my Ocarina, I have my Death Note in case I wish death upon anybody, which probably won't happen. And I have this drink. John Kramer gave it to me, and I think it's an antidote, so whenever I get infected with some sort of disease from these fanfictions, I can just drink it, and I should be fine in the end. And before we get started on me torturing myself, I just wanted to say that I have nothing against the people who make the fanfictions. If you want to make a fanfiction, go right ahead. I'm not going to judge. Lots of people do it. Even I did it back when I was younger. And I'm not going to judge you, no matter who you make the fanfiction of. For the most part. But, without further ado, let's get into these fanfictions, and let's see me just torture myself. It's normal, trust me. It's a lot more normal than you think. Well, this creation we have here, this first one is called Creepypasta Lemons by Jeff the Killer 228. Let's see the table of contents here. Well, look at all these table of contents we have. Jeff the Killer X-Reader, Slenderman X-Reader, Masky X-Hoodie, Y, Toby X-Reader, Eyeless Jack X-K... Who the fuck is Casey? EJ X Casey Part 2, Jason the Toy Maker X Reader, Puppeteer X Mira. Well, at least Jason the Toy Maker is getting some love, but I think we're gonna go with Jeff the Killer first, because he seems like a vanilla choice to be making a fanfiction about, even though, you know, he's 13 canonically, which, is quite a problem if you think about it. It was a long day in the Creepypasta mansion. Everyone had gone out because it was Toby's birthday, everyone except Jeff and I. So I decided to go and find a victim. There was a small blue shack by the river. I raced to that shack, but when I got there, 2 people already dead. There was a little girl in the corner of the room sobbing all over her baby pink dress. I thought to myself, get her before the other killer finds her. We're only about 30 seconds in, and I already want to gouge my eyes out because of the terrible grammar, obviously. I'm almost convinced that this fanfiction was written by Nina the Killer herself. Also, if the Slenderman mansion is hidden in the woods, why is this shack so close to it? You would think that if other people were starting to live by the Slender Mansion, the creepypastas and proxies would kill them on the site. Because the author makes it sound like the shack is so close. And if it wasn't near the Slender Mansion, how did the reader find it so quickly?
I ran up to her and sliced her right through the heart. She screamed as I took my knife out. As I cleaned my hands of the blood, I heard a deep chuckle from the darkest side of the room. I slowly scanned the room, and I saw nothing.
Well, firstly, you can't slice someone through the heart. The correct term would be I sliced her heart in half, or something along those lines. Which is even more impossible, because the only reason you could do that is if the person had their chest open and their heart was exposed, which in this case it isn't. Maybe instead use I stabbed her in the heart. Also, how is Jeff hiding in the darkness? His skin and his hoodie are completely white. How can you not see that in the dark?
Suddenly, a figure lurked out from the darkness. It was Jeff. He mumbled, "I don't like it when people take my victims. I think I will have to punish you now." I blinked. When I opened my eyes, I was pinned to the floor. "Oh, your name." I think you will cherish this punishment for the rest of your life. I felt so scared. I let out a small shout for help, but I was cut off by a pair of smooth lips. He ended the kiss and moved down my neck. He tried to find my soft spot. He kissed every bit of my neck but one small spot. As soon as he laid his lips on that spot, I let out a small moan. After a while of abusing and tackling that spot, he grabbed his knife from his back pocket and ripped my shirt off, then moved to my bra, then my shorts, and lastly, my favorite color laced panties. I was bare. He sat on the blood-stained bed and pinned me down. He moved his hand down my body, and I started to play with... Alright, no, I can't.
So obviously, that was torture. But if you're just as uncomfortable as I am, don't worry, it gets worse. And it seems like my RN isn't helping me much, so I'm just gonna... right there. Well, here we are, Creepypasta Lemons by Lonely Wolf 2001. We got a nice little anime picture right here that has nothing to do with creepypasta, but hey, you do you. I ain't gonna judge. Let's look at the table of contents real quick and see what we got. Masky, Theater, Laughing Jack, Lollipops, EJX Neko Reader, Midnight Visit, Hoodie X Neko Reader, Thunder, Masky X Neko Reader, Nuts, Masky X Reader X Tiki. I'm disappointed in humanity. Puppeteer X Reader, Bloody Painter X Reader. Well, at least Bloody Painter is getting some love. I mean, I haven't heard a lot about him in a very long time. Slenderman X Neko Reader. Why do all these creepypastas want to fuck half female, half kitty girls? What is this?
It's only a game.
Your name's point of view. I was walking down the hall of the Slender Mansion. Yes, I am a proxy of Slender. I work alongside with Masky, Hoodie, and Toby.
Okay, so I already have a problem. Firstly, I hate the fact that POVs are in this story. I mean, yeah, the reader is supposed to be already in the story, but they don't need to be reminded constantly that they are in the story because that's what they already know. It's called X-Reader for a reason. Seriously, they say it's the reader's point of view 3 times in this story without switching to a different point of view, which is really annoying. Oh, and of course, the reader is a proxy. I mean, what else would they be doing in Slender's mansion?
Hey, your name, what's up? EJ said as he waved from the door of his room. I walked towards his room but was stopped by some group of pastas. It was Jane, Sally, and Clockwork. I know that some of them have boyfriends, but it's just for this. Glared at me. Where do you think you're going? Jane asked. I tilted my head in confusion. To EJ's room, I stated as I tried going past them. They shoved me and said, EJ is ours, not yours, your name. Get that right. Clockwork said. I got up and my tail was swishing from side to side and my ears were pointed towards them. Fine, I was only saying hi anyways.
Firstly, Clockwork sounds like one of those edgy Eyeless Jack fangirls saying that he belongs to her. Also, canonically, none of these characters have boyfriends or girlfriends, or love interests in the slightest. Secondly, why are these characters so mean to the reader? Literally, all they were doing was saying hi. And why is Sally a bully here? Isn't she canonically really young? Like 10, I believe? Or is she going through puberty and starting her first period?
I said as I got up and went back to my room where I curled up into a ball. Time skip to dinner. Your name's point of view. At dinner, I tried sitting down next to EJ, but the girls kept on shoving me. Finally, I settled next to Grinny Cat and Ben. I started to talk with Grinny, but my ears and tail would always turn towards Eyeless Jack from time to time.
Literally, there's no reason for this scene to exist. In fact, you could cut it out and I would still want to kill myself. But for real, this scene at the dinner added nothing. I wish these fanfic writers would actually write something that I can be invested in. And not purely about just getting it on with creepypastas, I swear.
All throughout dinner, I can't concentrate in anything other than Jack. After dinner, your name's point of view. I'm in my room just staring at the ceiling. It's 10 p.m. and I can't fall asleep. I keep thinking about EJ and how the girls wouldn't allow me near him. I sighed, I lay in bed and slowly started drifting off. 12 a.m. I woke up to the sound of the door opening and closing. That's weird, I thought I closed it before going to sleep, I thought as I got up and locked the door. As soon as I turned, I felt eyes on me. I looked around and saw a familiar blue mask. I'm gonna do an anime voice right here. EJ? What are you doing here? I hate this! Ah! I asked. EJ looked at me and started walking towards me. I backed up until my back hit the wall. Don't worry, your name. I just had to tell you something. EJ was only inches away from my face as my ears flattened and my tail went in between my legs. EJ point of view. I couldn't believe that I was in Your Name's room and she was only inches from my face. Your Name. I really like you. Maybe even love. For a really long time, and I've been wanting to do something about it. She tilted her head and her ears perked up. Her face was a deep red and her tail was swishing from side to side. I really like you too, Jack. I blushed under my mask. I removed it and leaned in.
I swear to Christ, I am this close to committing arson. No way would Eyeless Jack act like this. I'm not the only one who thinks this is utterly terrible, right?
Third person's point of view. Jack kissed you as he bit your lip. You opened your mouth and let him explore your mouth. Your tail wrapped around him and your ears flattened again as you slowly took off his pants. He broke away and took off your shirt as you took off his. Once he was left in his boxers and you in your underwear, he smirked and took off your bra and panties. Your tail covered your no-no square, and your arms, your breasts. Jack frowned. Don't hide yourself. How am I supposed to devour you if you don't let me?
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
Jack asked as he... I hate this. Jack kissed you as he bit your lip. You opened your mouth and... fucking... God damn it. God damn it, I hate this. Jack asked as he removed my hands from my breasts and he started sucking on the left breast. His fingers went down as he started I hate this! Jack, don't suck that hard, you moaned. As he sucked and pinched with his free hand. Jack stopped as your knees started shaking. He sat down and said, Come here, kitty. Don't you want your milk?
Alright, well, I think it's about time we bring out the ocarina and sing the Song of Healing. Nope. I still feel like I want to kill myself. Now the next one has Pennywise involved with it, but before we get into the story, I want to take a look at some of the other stories and just the titles. This face really expresses how I'm not feeling right now. Guess I'll die. Same here, buddy, same here. Same here. Oh my god. Pennywise x Reader x Richie's toes. I think the face explains everything. Why is James Charles here? Come and go, Pennywise. No! Balloon booty. Oh no. Oh god. Pennywise is a dad? No, he's not. I like how this one is just called Dicks. What? Kinky Pennywise? What is this? Why is Kermit here?
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Alright, so here we are with Pennywise x Ayano by Kiwianix. I know I said that horribly. Let's see the contents. She lost him / moving. I miss my old friends. I love you, Ayano / Pennywise meets Oka / there's a prom next Friday. Pennywise saved Oka and Ayano. I will make Ayano happy again. Going out for a swim. Osana gets arrested!
Friday, March 8th, 2017, at the Cherry Tree. I have failed to kill my rival by Friday, and I have lost my senpai forever. Senpai walked up to me and saw me on the ground crying and said, Ayano, don't worry, you'll find someone someday. I looked up at senpai and said, You really think so, senpai? Yes, I'm sure. Then Osana pulled senpai away from me and yelled, Ayano, leave my senpai alone! Then I ran away from the cherry tree and ran to my locker to put my black shoes on and went home. I didn't even bother to stalk senpai to see if he got home safely. I didn't care about senpai or Osana anymore. I got home safely and my mom went up to me and said, Hey Ayano, I have some great news. I smiled in excitement and said, Really? What is it, Mom? We're moving. I looked at my mom and yelled out, Are you crazy? What about my friends? Your friends will be fine, trust me. I woke up and packed my things, and my mom found a small town in the USA. Well, Ayano, looks like we're moving to the USA, my mom said. I looked up at her and was wondering where we were going. Okay, so firstly, if it's 2017, all the kids from the It movies would be adults by now. This is a problem that we'll see later in the story. Also, this is very out of character for Ayano. I may not be a big fan of Yandere Simulator anymore, but I do know that Ayano would go all snap mode and kill everyone, including herself and senpai. So, Mom, where are we going in the USA? My mom smiled and said, A small town called Derry, sweetie. Hey, Mom, I'm all done packing. I was wondering if I could go tell my friends goodbye. Oh, sure, honey, just be careful. I will. After I told my friends all goodbye, I went back to my house and got my thing and hopped in the car. Hey, Mom, do you want me to drive? I said with a smile. Oh, no, sweetie, I can drive. My mom drove us to the airport and we got on the plane. I took a nap for a while and woke up and we were in Derry. My mom and I went to go find our new house. We put our luggage in the house and started unpacking. I finally got done unpacking and took a walk around the neighborhood. I bumped into someone. We both fell down. He got up. Do you need a hand? he stuttered. He took his hand out and I reached for his hand and he pulled me up. You must be the new kid. My name is Bill, and this is my little brother, Georgie. I smiled and said, yes, I am. I'm Ayano Aishi. Nice to meet you guys. Want me and Georgie to show you around town? I blushed and smiled. Sure! Bill and Georgie showed me all over town. Like I said, if this is 2017, Billy and Georgie probably would be adults by now. And I'm not the only one who finds the stutters unbelievable and embarrassing, right? I went home and was listening to my music from my phone. I had my blue jacket on. It was pouring rain, and I saw Georgie come out with a yellow raincoat on. Hi, Georgie, I yelled. Hi, Ayano. He ran up to me and we started talking for a while. But I felt like I was being watched. I don't know why, but I just do. I'm gonna go and play with my paper boat now. Bye, Ayano. Bye, Georgie. I watched him play with his paper boat. The boat fell into a sewer drain across my house. Billy's gonna kill me, he yelled as yellow eyes appeared, which made Georgie jump. Hiya, Georgie, the voice said. Hi. You know what, I should do this in a Pennywise voice. What a nice boat. Do you want it back? I hate this! No, never mind, I shouldn't have done that, he said in a childish voice. Yes please, he said. You look like a nice boy, I bet you have a lot of friends. Only 4, my brother is my best friend, he said, the strange figure. Where is he? In his room, sick. I think he needs a balloon. Do you want a balloon too, Georgie? I'm not allowed to take stuff from strangers, he said. Oh, well I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Now we aren't strangers, are we? I took one of my earbuds out and saw Georgie talking to someone. Hey Georgie, who are you talking to? Pennywise looked to see a very pretty Japanese girl and blushed. I'm talking to Pennywise the dancing clown. I giggled and said, okay then. I walked inside my house. Hey Georgie, who is that gorgeous young woman? Pennywise asked, trying to hide his blushing cheeks. Oh, that's just Ayano Aishi. She just moved here. Oh, well, she's very pretty. Yeah, I know. Pennywise finally stopped blushing and said, anyways, here's your boat. Here, take it. Georgie reached for it and tried to grab it, but Pennywise ate his arm off, and Georgie started screaming for help, but Pennywise pulled him into the sewers. 2 hours later, I woke up from my nap and got on my old school uniform and went outside and saw blood over by where Georgie was. I ran over there and then I saw yellow eyes, but it didn't really scare me. I just stayed where I was. And cue the hentai! No, I'm just playing. There are more chapters to the story, but I feel like I've already been poisoned enough. In fact, let's check my temperature.
Well, I definitely have some sort of disease. Alright, we have to act quickly, or else the disease might get to my head and I might become a fanfic writer myself. The antidote! The antidote! John Kramer only told me to take a sip of this, not drink the whole bottle. Yeah, it doesn't smell good, but... bottoms up. You know what? Actually wasn't that bad.